Hi, happy Black Friday. Let's take a look at Absolute Wonder Woman issue 2, written by Kelly Thompson, drawn by Hayden Sherman, and colored by Jordie Bellaire. Full spoilers ahead, so you're forewarned. For some reason, this issue reads longer than the last one, even though this is just a standard length issue. Diana drove back the Harbingers, and what came next looks terrifying, but that is the story for next issue. In this one, we are introduced to Absolute Universe Steve Trevor. There is a familiar thread as to how he met Diana, as he somehow landed in hell and is rescued by her. I am sort of unsure about how Diana is reacting to Steve right from the beginning. From the subtle, with just a look and a little bit of a blush in hell, to the not so subtle as, her eyes widen and she fluff her hair a little bit on the beach before turning to meet him. Hi, Future Tyler here. Happy Cyber Monday. I think the reason for my past self and me being unsure is mostly because we do not want this to be a core characteristics of Diana. Like in alternate universe stories, there will always be certain core characteristics that are retained or magnified that makes us go, that makes sense. Relationships, though, are not constant, and I do not want a character to be mainly defined by his or her love interest, especially, for a female character, because so much of popular fiction define a female character only by her love interest, like how Jean Grey has for a while. She loves Cyclops' defining characteristic instead of her being her own person, a strong superhero in her own right. I'm hoping this is not the case with Diana. Moving on, I like the humorous bits peppered throughout this issue, such as when Steve learns that he's in hell and Diana and Cersei deadpan not really to his "I'm dead" exclamation. I'm reading it as deadpan because of how it is drawn. We can discuss more of that in the next section. I also like the no-nonsense attitude of Diana towards Commander Cole and how she basically took over. She's physically imposing, as it should be. It is also funny how Commander Cole tried to regain some semblance of control via meaningless threats towards Diana until she shuts him down and with a stare and a reality check. It is all rather tropey, but it is fun trope and it's used well here, so I do not have any complaints about it. There is obviously a time gap between when Diana found Steve and the current events in Gateway City, and Diana appears to have been on Earth for some time, at least enough for her to recognize that she does not want to be part of a military outfit, but not quite enough to differentiate between uniform and costume. Given how we are flashing back to the past in these first two issues, I'm actually looking forward to learn more regarding what happened in that time gap. Two things towards the end of the issue caught my attention. One, Diana mentioned arrival of other heroes. Who are she referring to? Have she met others? Or does she have some sort of divination powers, magics in this universe? It is also revealed that she's looking for other Amazonian sisters. I thought she's the last one, and I'm intrigued as to how or why she thinks they're still alive. Um, I also like how she basically hear the tetracide before the rest of the humans, and I think in an earlier scene she also overheard what the soldiers were saying. Um, I like that we are shown that instead of being told she has superior hearing. Maybe I'm getting used to Sherman's art, or maybe he's getting more accustomed to drawing the characters, as some of the odd faces were not present in this issue. But the good stuff remains, such as the non-traditional panel designs and the dense drawing in each panel. In short, it is a pretty book, and I think even more so than last issue. As mentioned earlier, we like some of the humorous bits thrown in, and the writing and the art supporting each other as it should be, like how Diana stared down at the commander and how she brushed him off, or when, Steve basically looks skywards and scream, "I'm dead!" And Diana and Cersei response, which I read as deadpan because of the stance that Cersei was drawn in, with her right hand on her hip. Even parts of the story that I'm unsure of were well drawn, like how Diana's eyes widened on the beach, and when she heard Steve's voice, and her fluffing her hair a little bit, and the subtle blushing of Diana. It's a nice color touch from Bellaire. Talking about colors, the book has a darker undertone, mostly reddish, but also a gray bluish one towards the end of the issue, that I think fits the book. It sets an oppressive mood throughout, which I guess, is the absolute universe. So in conclusion, this is a 3.75 out of 5. Thompson's writing has kept me interested and engaged throughout, to want to keep reading in spite of utilizing some familiar tropes. The art is pretty, as are the colors. I was considering moving it to a 4, but it is not quite there yet, so 3.75 it is. So check this out if you can't. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and subscribe. Please share this with your friends and leave a comment below. Thanks, and Tyler out.